We come this day aware that this is a really tricky world in which to live, in which to be a person before God. And on this last Sunday of Easter, when we're reminded that we're called to be the resurrection, we will hear the psalm for the day. It's the first psalm. It's the one that lays out very clearly two paths in which you are invited to live. One is the person who is wicked and follows in the company of the sinners, and the other is the person who seeks a path of righteousness, who seeks to live with other people who inspire and call out the best, and who lives a life of study of the Torah and study of God's law. We're going to use President Obama's memoir, which many of you have read, A Promised Land, a little bit of it, not all 700 pages. And then also I'm going to refer to a book some of you may have seen about Barack's mother, Stanley Ann Dunham, that was written a dozen years ago by a New York Times reporter that's also 350 pages because she was a very fascinating woman. And in his memoir, the former president speaks about the many people who inspired and encouraged him. He talks about just walking the daily commute from his quarters to through the Rose Garden to the Oval Office, and every day seeing the servants there of our country, these people who had worked for the National Park Service, some of them for 40 years, like a tall, lanky black man, Ed Thomas, who would be there dressed, caring for these gardens, these guardians of this beautiful place. And the president said they inspired him, their righteousness, the way they stood proud like a tree, which is one of the beautiful images today in the psalm. So our intention this week is to think as well about who are the people all around us, our close, intimate family, and those people we pass day to day. And what are those practices that encourage us to live a way of righteousness?